Hi guys, how you doing? Senior Gaming here, and I'm bringing you Super Arrow with a boss conquest, aka dragon setup. So if you're a Super Arrow player or perhaps idle gamer, then make sure you subscribe to the channel as I post as often as possible and bring you best tips and advice. And if you enjoy what you see, then hit that like button as well. Right then guys, so I'm gonna show you obviously set of skills in just a second, and hopefully this will increase your current damage output. And actually Dragon itself, it's all about this damage output. This way we're obviously gonna have more scales as a reward, and that will translate into upgrading your costumes. So I'm gonna get straight to the point here, tapping onto adventure, and then we go in with a boss conquest itself. So the challenge, obviously we're gonna go into a ranking section here and then tap on the challenge itself. So we're gonna actually use a free main skills as well, obviously filling the role entirely. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tap onto challenge in just a second, so if you need to pause this video or take a photo if you want to copy entire build, then do it by all means. But what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna discuss a certain skills you want to select and the reasons behind it, but I'm not gonna go into full details and read you every single description of the skill. If you wanna go and copy this build, then by all means you can go and then obviously digest it why we got these skills in the first place. So I'm gonna tap on to challenge here and let's go with, dealing that damage straight away. So when it comes to a skill selections, you're gonna obviously start with a rain of arrows. So that's gonna be your main skill you're gonna hit with. And the first sub skill is actually initial attack, which will increase that damage output. This is pretty much what name suggests. And the second one, you actually need one of these top tier skills, and this is where we're gonna use Ancient Magic Circle to actually reduce resistance. And this skill allows you as well to deal more damage to a champions. Then we're gonna increase actually further damage when it comes to Arcane itself, and finally top it up with increased attack speed, and this way obviously we're gonna cast this skill more often. When it comes to a secondary one, we're using here basic arrow alongside with auto ballista and double shot. This is obviously a high-end spec. You need a double shot as well as rapid barrage, which is in a third skill associated with. But in here basically we want to cast 2 ballistas at once, and in here we actually got a flaming meteor alongside 2 extra skills which will increase these fire damage. So basically in here we want to keep casting meteor as much as possible and therefore obviously deal plenty of damage. So you can clearly see that we actually got this animation constantly hitting dragon itself. And finally, when it comes to a third skill, we're going to use here arcane arrow, as this will again allow you to reduce a resistance itself, but also increase a magical damage, which is crucial in that very aspect. And in here then follow up with a high angle shot. So again we're focusing heavily on that singular target, and then we got a rapid barrage, which then alongside thunderstorm and increase damage itself. As you see, you can also see that apart is a flame meteor which we keep casting. You've got this lighting pretty much casting non-stop, and that's basically where you're gonna pretty much unlock a potential of keep dealing tons and tons of damage to your target. And then I think final tip is I would definitely just go on a auto combat here, especially in the late stages. As you see, I'm still on sort of 50 seconds left. I'll be able to squeeze it all the way to 30 down, so you don't want to waste time pretty much trying to move left and right to avoid a dragon damage itself. Essentially you'll be able to withhold the damage entirely. So as you see, pretty much this is where I am. Managed to squeeze 779 and we got a sort of left around 30 seconds mark. So this build is definitely great. Once you obviously hit a top damage, then you can go and sweep it by any given point. Coming back to I think the initial one, you will need a free top tier skills, so it's gonna be a Ancient Magic Circle. It's gonna be required to have a double shot as well as a rapid. Everything else you should definitely have on hand. So if you do not have these skills, and obviously we want to go and sort of fill these slots with a best skills possible, then as always hit me in a comment section and I will be able to advise, so I can see what skills you currently hold and potentially squeeze a best damage output. So that will be it guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always I will see you next time.